I'm Conductor Bill, and my wife and I own 2 vintage railroad cars. All aboard! We're at Fort Eustis for a special event for military families, and I would like to give you a tour of the cars. Can we walk through the cars? Will you join me? This is a pretty unique part of this car. This is the Overland Trail, 1949 built. And it was built back in the day when the passenger train was still running strong. It features a barber shop. And back in the day, the traveling businessman might take advantage of these services. Train travel obviously was a lot longer back in those days. It could take you 3 or 4 days to get across country. And so the gentleman might start looking a little shaggy. He could visit the barber shop, and the barber could give him a trim. The barber is also a valet, and there's a 32 volt American Beauty pressing iron on board. He could press your suit. And the barber was also in charge of the shower. And there's a shower in here. And so all the traveling businessman could arrive dapper and ready for his first appointment downtown. Remember, train stations back in the day were in the middle of the city. He'd be right there ready to catch a cab and go on down to his first appointment. The car does feature a stewardess room. Again, back in the day, some of the railroads offered a service where the train might carry a stewardess who might help older folks traveling, women traveling with children. They might heat baby bottles and so forth. It was a neat service. We're entering the lounge, the salon, if you will, of the lounge car, and I'm standing by this classic quarter circle bar. The barman would pour you your favorite drink. The attendant, say you ordered from out in the car, there's some buttons around the car. You could press the button, it would call the attendant. He'd come out, take your order, give it to the barman, bring you out your favorite drink. The lounge car features a lot of neat amenities that you would expect back in the day. The car has magazine racks that would be stocked with the latest periodicals. There's smoking stands with drink rings, ashtray here, and a place to keep your beverage so it wouldn't spill. And of course, the car features big windows for taking in the scenery, and it's just a fabulous lounge car. As I said, 1949 built right after World War II, and it served Southern Pacific to the early 70s when Amtrak took over in 1971, and then Amtrak bought it. It served Amtrak for a short while, and then was retired. Now we're on board the 1950 built ex-Union Pacific 44-seat long-distance chair car. Now what makes this a nice car? This is built for economy travel, and as I said, 1950 built, people were still riding trains, but they were getting more used to their automobiles and airplane travel. Of course, there were so many advancements after World War II that the train was on decline, but this was a beautiful car built in 1950. Look at the recline on these chairs. You do not see this on modern transportation. This recline is very deep. I'm going to spin this chair around right here. And now you can have an idea of the leg room. There was the footrest. They still exist, of course. It was the leg rest that's missing. This is the ladies' room I'm going to take you into. There was what we call a dental basin here that's still missing, but this was a miniature sink, only this wide. Little mirror, would be foot pedal operated, and it was just for brushing your teeth. So very spacious room. You don't see restrooms like this in public transportation anymore, so I always like to point it out. It's a fun space, even though it's just the potty.
And that was the tour of the historic train greeting military families this holiday season. For more information on all of this, go to armysteam.com. In Newport News at Fort Eustis, Brett Hall, 10 on your side.